Hi, my name is Marilyn Blair, and I'm going to take you on a little tour of the home page on Canva. We're going to start at the top and work our way down through various icons and menus. I'm not going to go through every single button that's here, but I would encourage you to go ahead and press away on your own time and see what these different buttons do. And there might be something that's useful for you in them. I promise you won't hurt anything, so don't be afraid. Go ahead and press. So we're going to start right up here in the right top corner, and you can see that this says DT and then DVCC's team. That is my team. I work for Delaware Valley Christian Church, and we have a team that works together on this. So basically, this is just going to have your initials, and it's just saying who's opened the account at the moment. To your left, you'll see this little bell, and it's the notifications bell. This is where you get a lot of information from Canva. Usually they're telling you that something's coming up. So you'll see I have a subscription reminder that it's due. And other people have shared designs with me. That is what I think is the most helpful thing of notifications, is that you can see when other people share designs with you. It's an easy place to find that information. You can share with people who are on a team with you, or you can share to individuals. And I'll show you how to do that later. Next, we have the settings button. If you click on this, it just is your account information, your email, things like that. So I don't mess with this particular button very much, only if there's a change that I need to make with some of that information. So basically, these three buttons right here, you can ignore most of the time. Just pay attention to your notifications. If you're expecting someone to share a design with you, that's the easiest place to find it. Next, we're going to skip over to the other side just for a minute. And I want you to see this Canva font right here, and this button right here is the home button. You can see it's highlighted right now. It looks different from the rest of the buttons in the screen, and that's just letting you know that's where you are at the moment. It's nice to know where you are. There are many layers in Canva, and occasionally you kind of forget, so it's good to see where that home button is. The Canva button and the home button will both bring you to this screen, as will the back button that you would normally use when you're just navigating through the internet. We'll need both of those, and you'll see how they work later on. Now we'll move to the middle, and you'll see there's a search bar, and this says search your content and canvas. So if you wanted to start a design and you didn't have anything in particular in mind, but say you want to make a bookmark, all you would do is get inside that search bar and type bookmark, hit enter, and now two things happen. First, you get designs, and these are designs that you have created already. So they'll pop them up first. Underneath that, you're going to get templates, and these are all Canva templates, and you can see there are 11,205 bookmarks that you can choose from to start your design. And you can just page down until you find something that is appealing to you. Now, I just want to point out a couple little things to you as we go back. So this design right here is great, but when I hover over it, there's a little star and there's three dots. If I click on this star, what that says is that is a starred design of mine, and later on in one of these menus, you'll see an option to find your star design. So here's one. The little dots are things that you can do. You can customize this, you can preview it, you can translate it, or you can report it. So if it's an inappropriate design or there's something else going on that's wrong with the design, that's what you would use that for. So I'm going to click out of that. Oops. Meant to click out, not click in. But since I'm here, when you click on a design, if it's one that you want to use, you'll get something like this. They'll show you what it looks like in real life. And then you have these options on the side. You can actually print with Canva. I don't recommend that generally. I find them to be a little expensive and the quality is, I think you can do better elsewhere. So what you do want though is this button right here which says customize this template. So if you go, yeah, this is really the one I want to work with, you would hit the customize this template. And it's going to take you now into another menu, another place, and this is the design screen. But we're not working here yet. We want to stay on the home screen. So I need to go back. And I can get back to the home screen in two different ways in this place. You'll notice that both the home button that was over here is gone, and so is the Canva logo. So where am I going to go? I'm going to go to these three dashes right here, and when I hover over it, it says open menu. I'm going to click that. Now I've got them both back, so I can either click on the home button or the Canva button. I'm going to go back just for a second to the design. So if I didn't want to do that, I have to X out of here, and then ta-da, I'm back at the same place. So that's one thing. The other thing in the templates you'll see is where I can show you this one right here. It's a little easier to see maybe on this one because it's black. There's a little crown on this one at the bottom. There you can see. I need one that's not 2 pages so you can see it better. There you go. So this one you can see better. This premium template is included with your Canva Teams plan only if you're subscribed to the Pro version. What I'm going to show you today, I'm going to mostly talk about the free version, not the Pro. If you do a lot of graphic content or you think you're going to be doing a lot, Pro might be the thing for you because you get a couple of different features with that you don't get in the free version. But you can do a ton with the free version. So I really do recommend that you work free first for about a year. And then you'll know for sure whether you need the Pro version or not. If it says Pro, that design is not available to you. So you just look for the ones that don't have it. See, this one's empty. There's plenty of them. There are literally 1 million different designs available to you in the free version. So you will surely find one that you like. Okay, now we want to go back to the home screen again. And now I have my 3 options back. I can use the back arrow, I can use Canva, or I can use the home button. So I'm going to just click on Canva. So now we've gone through the search your contact and Canvas. So that gives you templates and your own designs. Now we're going to drop down a little bit. This is a new thing right here, Droptober. They're just launching a few new items. We don't need to mess with that right now. They'll come up as we do it. All right, so underneath this little blue banner, we have a bunch of icons. And what this is, it's basically the same thing as a search bar, only it's just going directly to the thing you want. So if you wanted to make a Facebook post, you would just click on this button. If you wanted to make a document or a presentation, if you click on social media, you'll see there's a lot of different social media ones that are available to you. And there's their icons as well. So they're all organized under that one icon of social media. And then whenever you see 3 dots, you know that means more. So if you click on that, you can see what else is available. And this is just all the bazillion different things that you can do through Canva. So I'm going to X out of this. And this part right here is brand new. This is part of Droptober, where they've given you these 3 different little, I don't even know what to call them, icons or buttons, I guess, to get to a place where you need to be. This was all, the Resize My Design used to be a Pro feature, and so is Remove Background. So I'm not sure you see this on your version if you have just the free version. I have Pro, so it's kind of hard for me to tell what's free and what's Pro. But I'm not going to talk about these 3 because they come up elsewhere. All right, underneath that, this is where all your designs live. So this says recent designs, But honestly, it goes back as far as you have designs, and you just continue to scroll and scroll and scroll, and you can see I've got a mess of designs here. And that's really what it used to be, a mess. And trying to find a design, I like to reuse designs. So if I did something for one holiday and I want to find it again, I would have to keep paging down until I found it. But now, Canva, one of the things that they just did recently, which I absolutely love, is they did this. Underneath the home button, you see one called Projects. And you click on that. And I still have my recent design. So if I want to, I can still page through. Or I could set things up in folders, which I have done. Canva doesn't do this for you. You have to actually physically make all the folders and then put your designs in them. But that's what I've done here. So I have all my church designs in separate folders. So if I'm going to do an ad for a Bible plan, I'm going here. Or Body Life, which is what we call our announcements, I do it there. And then if I want, I just click show more. This, I wish they just let you page down, but you have to keep clicking show more. So you can see I have a ton of folders. But that allows me to get where I need to be quickly instead of trying to page through literally 1,000 designs. So let's go back to the home page. I'm going to click home this time. And so now we've got, that's all that's on this big body of the screen. This is all just design work. Now I'm going to go to the left, and you'll see here's another set of menus. So what we have at the top is create a design. If I click on that, which I'm going to, it's going to bring me to this screen, and now we've got a what would you like to create. So now I can say I want to do a bookmark or a book cover or a presentation or Instagram post, whatever it is that you're looking to do. You would put it inside that box, or you could click on any of the icons, or you could click on any of these on the side. So they're giving you several different places to, or several different ways to get to the same place. I'm going to just X out of that and go to the next item. Underneath that is invite people. This is a great little feature. So you can invite people to your team. You can make a team, or you can just invite people by sending them a link, and they can get into your design and they'd be able to give you feedbacks, or they can actually work on the design if they have Canva, and if you give them permission to work on that. You can lock them out of a design and just allow them to see it, but not to do anything with it. And I can show you how to do that later. Underneath that is just like, this is like a little announcement board. So this is what's going on with Canva, any information that they want to give you. So here's the new thing, what's new in Glow Up. That's what they've called their last revision of the software. So you can go there, and there's guides. I don't spend a lot of time in this, but when there's something brand new, like this was a big revision, what they just did, I did go through what's new in Glow Up and get familiar with that. Underneath that, these are your starred designs. So if you remember this green one over here, I had starred earlier. It's going to show up over here. Now it's not, because I didn't work on it. I just pulled it up. I didn't do anything with it. Had I done something with it, it would have showed up here. And then underneath here is just what have you worked on recently. So in this recent designs, it comes up chronologically. So this over here is the same thing as your first couple lines. It's what have you worked on recently? You can find it visually, or you can find it as just words. Here's the titles. And that gets us all to the bottom, which is a really handy one called trash. You have a limited amount of storage online with Canva. I forget what it is now for the free version. I want to say it's like 5 gig, which gets you quite a bit of designs. But at some point, you're probably going to have to clean house. And that's what you're doing. You're just going to drag things into the trash. All right, and let's move over now to this last menu on the left. We've got our home button, which I showed you earlier. Just get you right back to this screen. The project button, which brings up your folders. And now this button, the templates folder. Now, templates are exactly what you think. It's the things that are that Canva has designed. Canva designers have already done, and this is what you could go to find things if you need a little inspiration or you just need some help pulling something together. They've done a lot of the work for you, and you just go in, click on something, and then change it however you need to suit your needs. So they give you options right away in this with maybe you have an upcoming event or they've seen stuff that you've done. You may like this because they know it's right now it's near Halloween. It's the fall, it's autumn. So they're just bringing up things, randomly guessing. Maybe you need to do Facebook posts. So that's their flyers, Instagram posts. So you can page through it that way. If you really are having trouble with ideas, just go ahead and take a little tour through all this, and maybe something will strike your fancy. Or you can just go back, and I've clicked on the templates, and you see it's highlighted, so we know that's where I am. And I can go now to create a design, and I can tell it specifically what I want to do. Or I can go under here and say, okay, I'm looking to do some social media posts. I'm going to click on that. And they're going to show me, oh, okay, here's what's trending on social media. You can use one of these. Now there's video. There's curated by Canva means that they've been taking care of this. They're designing it. Here's a number of social media posts. And you'll see they're all different sizes. So if you're doing, say, TikTok, you're going to want a vertical design. If you're doing Instagram, you need a square. If you're doing Facebook, it's probably the most flexible because you can do this size is like a presentation size, or you could do a vertical, or you could do a square. They're not quite as picky on what to size-wise what you can post. But if you want to know for sure, you would just say, okay, I want to do something on Instagram. You just click on Instagram post, and now it's going to get rid of everything else. So you see all these are square designs. But if I want to do Facebook, I'll click on that. And now I have different size designs. Facebook tends to be a little bit more rectangular than square. And even though these are closer to squares, I've done other ones that are presentation size where it's much more rectangular. You can even do Facebook covers, which is great because those are difficult at times to get the right size for what you want to do. So this is a real handy tool to have. So you just work down your way. Maybe that's not what you were looking for after all, and you're looking for marketing. So you just hit on the down arrow for that. Here's different things. Logos are a great thing to work on. You can design your own logo. So maybe you're just looking for some inspiration on a font and say, boy, I really like this font, but I don't like this part underneath it. You can get in there and change things up however you want to suit your needs. Okay. So that's pretty much it for templates. Underneath that is something called brand. I'll just show it to you, but if you don't have Pro, you don't get this. But brand is really nice for me and for people who use Canva a lot, because what you can do is upload your logo. And this is my logo for my book series. It's called the Eastport series. And I have two types of logo. One says it's really tiny, but it says the Eastport series here. And in other places, I just want the actual image. I don't want the Eastport series as part of that design. So now I have one place to go look for it, which is really handy later when I'm working in design. I can also save color palettes. I can save fonts. It just gives you a real handy place to find all of your brand kit in one place. That doesn't mean you can't do that. If you don't have Pro, there's other ways that you can save For a brand kit, it's just a little bit more intensive on your part. Underneath that, we have apps. I don't use apps. I haven't really needed them. But maybe you will. You can take a look through them. Just be careful because I'm not sure how much Canva vets these things, but you can see, there's very popular ones. Instagram is one, MailChimp is one, Twitter. So there's things that you can use, but there's other ones that are, well, let's see. So yeah, here's one. Give images a retro look with dot effect filters. Well, have I ever really needed to do that? No. But maybe for your book, you have a reason why you'd want to have that. Maybe your character is a newspaper editor back in 1950, and you'd want to have some kind of an image with that. So just be careful with that, but that's what apps are. Like I said, I don't mess with that too much, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Now, here's the fun thing. They've changed this and they're calling it the Dream Lab now. It used to just be AI, but that's what it is. And this is your ability to go in and create your own whatever. You'll see several pictures down here that I just did recently. Their AI just even a year ago was not as good as what this last iteration is. I'm very excited about this. So in my book, there is an inn. My book is set in Eastport, Maine, in New England, and the inn is called the Sunrise Inn, and it's integral to the story. And so I thought, yeah, let's see what AI can do to create the look of this inn. And so all I put in was New England Victorian Inn, white wraparound porch, sea view. And all that information I had put in this box up here. And these are the designs that AI put out for me, and I really liked this one, and this one is what I added. So you can do that yourself. So you would just put in whatever it is you're trying to create. So maybe you want to say a kitten playing with a yarn ball, and then you just hit create or enter, either one. Give it a second and it'll give you some images. We'll see what it comes up with. Okay, there you go. So now if I like that and say, well, gee, I really wanted a black and white kitten playing with it, I would just do that. I just keep messing with it until adding little details until I get the image that I'm actually looking for. So there you go. So it's fun. What I have done with this is in my characters, I'll go home and show you what I've done. So in my book, I decided for my website, just as a fun thing for readers, is I went through and created photographs, this was all done through AI and Canva, of what I thought my characters looked like. And then I wrote up a little bio of them. And so I made these little cards. And then I imported them all into my website under galleries. So this is the cast of characters gallery. So this is Iris Hornbeam, the main character in my first book. This is Ben Hudson. He's another character, of course. And the reason why you see these, so I have it singular like this, but then I was using these images for other things and I needed to make them bigger. So that's why you see 3 or 4 of the same picture. This is yet another character. And I'll just show you something a little funny as soon as I find it. So this is another character, Mo. And ironically, when I was in Eastport, I saw a cat that looked exactly like this when I was just driving around here. Oh, this is the updated one. This is the one, last year's generation of AI. So this was the Sunrise Inn back then. And what makes me laugh about this is it looks like there's this scary clown in the window. I don't know if you can see that face. And if you notice, the siding's a little crooked and there's a plant growing out of the roof, and up here the siding's a little crooked too. So it wasn't quite where it needed to be, but from a distance. You know, it didn't look bad. I thought this was a great image, though. That was from last year as well. So you could play around with AI. It's fun for, you know, you just need that one picture. You can even say, give me a drawing of whatever. So it doesn't have to look like a photograph. It could look like an oil painting. You just put that in the description as well. And yeah, so it's good for, I think these are great for social media posts and generating interest, or just within your book or for the cover as well. So that, I'm going to take us back to the home screen. I think that pretty much covers the home screen images and all the buttons that you can do. So have a good time. Get out there and create.